Alright. So it's this old outboard, 1974, 25 horse Johnson. That's been a while back. When I originally checked this thing out, this guy brought it over. He says, "Can you check out my Johnson?" I said, "Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Bring it over." So he brings me the motor, and it had no ignition, nothing in it. I said, "Man, that's a build. I can't check it out." So he took it home and put all the stuff back in. He brought it back. So reviewing the videos from then, I did manage to get it up and running, but I didn't do anything to it because it wasn't my motor, and I was just going to check it out. The biggest problem was the compression. Well, the biggest problem was hard to pull. I just moved that John boat in here all by myself, so hang on. Very hard to pull. That's what the names of the videos. There's 2 videos. Hard to pull. And then the other problem was the top cylinder was like at 100 compression, where the bottom was like at 140, something stupid. So kind of like this thing was, but this always had even compression. Anyway, can we make this thing great again? So where I like to start out is, I always do a compression test first. We know this carb needs clean. I'm going to pull it off, get it ready to soak and that type of thing. Boy, that nut on the front mount does not look tight. I have to tighten that. The other thing I found out was when it's in neutral on the switch here, the handle, it's not really in neutral. So that may have been why it was so hard to pull, because I always had it in neutral. So I'm spinning the whole thing, So when I found out the other day that neutral was way back here in reverse, I said, oh, maybe that's why it was so hard to pull. What I want to do right now is give it a spin. I've got another drill, my old Harbor Freight big drill, that I run these things, spin these things around, test compression, blah, blah, blah. Could never turn 25 horse with both plugs in it. So somebody gave me another drill. I want to give that one a shot and see if it'll turn this thing with the plugs in it. And we'll do another compression test on it. So here it is, old Black & Decker. Let's see what this says here. Wow, look at all the extra goodies I got too. Screws and drill bits. Let's see what this thing says. Hammer drill, RPM 3400. Concrete, wood, steel. Do not shift while running. So here's your shift from hammer drill to regular drill. Extra heavy duty, 4.5 amps. Let me get the old one and see what that is. Plus I need to get the socket put on here. Alright, let's see what this one says. Old Chicago Electric. Half-inch hammer drill. 2800 RPM. 7.5 amp. This one was what? 4.5. Huh. Let's just try it. I don't know. It almost does it. I mean, it's doing it, but not nowhere near what I would want. Alright, let's pull the plugs out. I'm gonna start all over, kind of. See what we got in here. These plugs are brand new. You know what? I'm gonna squirt a little bit of WD in there. And blow it around a little bit. I could see the bottom puffing out. I didn't see anything on the top. Also, going back, looking at the videos, the first video, a little bit of a puff. I had taken off this cover right here. Oh, that's why. That's why I'm not getting a puff. And check these rings. They look good. Piston looks good. Let me get this back on. The gasket's pretty shot. That's why I wasn't getting no puff. Alright, let me get you caught up. What happened yesterday? I had to go in and turn these AC units on. It was just getting too hot. So the camera was just picking up way too much noise from them. So I kept working and just turned the camera off. This camera loves mechanical sounds, and it's crazy to pick up the guy's AC unit across the street. So I did the compression test. Shot a little WD in both cylinders, and it was a little higher than the last time because I shot a little WD in it. The top was still at 100. The bottom was at 155. Last time was at 145. So I went ahead and pulled off the head here, and I think I'll have to go back and see. But anyway, we'll do it again. You can see this is new. This is no paint on this compared to the rest of the motor. So somebody had replaced this. The gasket looked like this. A mess. Everything's a mess. But I couldn't really find any real signs of anything leaking, so to speak, caused low compression up there. There was one little spot somewhere right around here, but nothing really, you know. The pistons look good on the tops there, a little black. But that's about all that was left that I ended up doing. And I started thinking too, you know, maybe 100 is all I'm going to get out of this thing. Maybe the bottom is so much higher. Just a theory, just a thought, just a possibility that the exhaust is clogged up. So it's not getting any, even though I had it running on the bottom cylinder in the previous videos. So every time I come up with that theory, it's never been right. But it's always a possibility. You get 500 mud dauber nests in there. And so blowing that exhaust out, not coming out, may be the reason why this is so hot. Yet the same thing happened on that Johnson 20 horse I'm almost done with. And what was going on there was somebody started that motor, put new rings in it, new pistons. Those aren't the pistons of a 20, 40, whatever year old motor it is. Same on this one. Pistons look great, and they had honed the insides of the cylinders. And I figured that's why it was so hard to pull, because the honing job needed to be broken in, which pretty much broke it in. I need to retest the compression on that too, see what's going on there. So that's about all I got going so far. And pick up on this thing again tomorrow. Same thing today. I just was at my neighbor's house helping her out, jump start her car. She's got a big problem. The battery just drains dead. Headed in and out of the dealership. They can't find what it is. So I told her we'll put a put a switch on the ground cable. You know, get out, click the switch like a boat switch, like a boat battery switch, something like that. Click the switch, won't drain the battery. And she told the guys I said that at the dealership, and they laughed in her face. I've done it before on somebody's car or one of my cars. You got something you can't, you know how long it's going to take to track that down too. Cylinders and pistons look identical. The cylinders look fine. When I had this bypass cover off, the rings looked fine, they weren't stuck. Why is there such a difference in compression? And see, this thing's frozen too, it won't turn. All that has to be done. So we got a ways to go. So here's a quick shot, what I'm talking about. It's going to be a little hard to see in here because it's dark out here in the shade. But you see this cylinder? It looks great. That's the wet from the WD-40 I put in there. It's not all scored up or anything. And the same on the bottom. Like I said, they're like identical. Why is the bottom so much higher than the top? You know what I could do real quick? Shoot. Let me get my flashlight real quick. Let's do that. So I'm looking down through that exhaust port there, and it looks clean as a whistle in there, other than the, you know, from the WD-40 I squirted in there. I don't know if you can see that back down in there or what. What I was thinking, throw some more, just spray something down in there and see if it comes dripping out the bottom. That way I'll know it's not clogged. Yeah. It'd be better if I had the gear case off. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. It looks wet, but not like running down. Something a little wet in there, but not like really coming out. Hard to see. That wet screen in there looks good though. Yeah, probably not going to see it like this. Try it one more time, see. I don't know, I've never done I've never done this before. It's just an idea. The first time it came to me. Spray some stuff in there and see if it works. And the other thing too I did was, you know, I put my hand over these things. I couldn't feel, even on this one down here, couldn't feel any real pumping action. But yet, let's see what happens with this bag up here. Oh yeah, I could feel it on the bag. Definitely breathing in and out. And so is the top one. They feel the same. Hear it sucking that bag in? Actually, the top is feeling better than the bottom, and the bottom's the one with all the compression. Oh, maybe not. I get too far back now. I don't know, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. You know what'll happen? I'll probably come out here tomorrow, and it'll be all laying down there, drained out. Wait a minute, here's some right here. Right here. Right there. See on that spot? See that? That's fresh WD. Oh wow, here it comes. Look over here. See it all? It's dripping right down here. Probably. Yep, right through. Oh, it's missing that screw. Or bolt here. It's missing 2 of them. Wow. This is getting wet. Yeah, it came out. So I'm going to say that thing's clear. This one's in. That one's in. That big one's in. Yeah, it's dripping through. So I don't think it's really clogged. Take the gear case off and everything. See what's going on up there. Get the wire brush, clean it all up.